everyone. So did you think you was having a mad moment then, eh, when I quickly popped up for all of a second? So behind the camera today we've got Maria. John is actually travelling down the motorway as we speak because he's got a big meeting in London tomorrow. So it's just me and Maria, and Maria was setting up the Facebook Live, press play, and I told her she had buttercream all over her fingers, so ding dilly. So if you think you did see us, you did. So anyhow, she's all clean and tidy now. So it's just me and Maria in the kitchen today, and I thought, well, I've not been here for a few weeks, not doing any work, that is. I have been entertaining some fabulous guests, and haven't we done so well? We've had some great people along. We've had Louise Brimlow did the drip cake. We've had Lindsay McIver who came and did Viennese whirls. So, are they called whirls or swirls? I don't know, but they were delicious anyhow. Then we've had Karen Davies here, Christina Ludlam, Kerry Griffiths was here last week. All fantastic people who have given up their time and come and spent it here in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen to show you how to do things. So I am really pleased that you've joined in with us every Monday night. We've got lots of other guests as well. I think it's going to be me for a couple of... No, sorry, we've got Gwen Powell coming next week. So Gwen is going to be here next week. Now it's going to be fantastic talking to Gwen because she's brought to market a fabulous gun that you are all going to be so excited about. And it's not a gun, it's a gun for the, I can never say it, is it degrees, whatever they're called, I don't know, those little silver pearly ball things. Well, she's got a fabulous gun to get those put onto a cake very quickly, and we're very excited about her being here. She's also bringing along Kim Firth, who is a Cake International winner as well. She's actually fantastic at what she does, so she's going to give you lots of hints and tips about sugar paste, how to use your sugar paste, how to roll your sugar paste, talk about elephant skin, and best of all, she's going to use this DK gun, that's what it's called. And Gwen's going to talk about patents, because as you know, I'm always going on about patents and design rights and everything else, and I'll be talking about that again tonight. So that's Gwen next week. The week after, we've got the lovely Wendy Preston. Now, Wendy Preston is a Facebook follower, just like Lindsay. She comes along, watches us. If she doesn't get here on a Monday night, she watches us on a YouTube. And I've invited Wendy along to our kitchen because she's always making something fabulous to see what she can do with either Nifty Nozzles or sugar and crumb flavoured icing sugars. And then Bank Holiday Monday, I've got Jackie and Rob back. Now they're going to do a duo, which is fantastic, and Rob is going to make an egg custard. I don't know if any of you love egg custards, but I adore egg custards. So to make a really nice homemade one, we're really looking forward to Rob coming here. And Jackie, she's not going to forgive me, I can't remember what she's going to make. So if Jackie is up, come on Jackie, tell us what you're going to make. I've got a complete mental blank here, I can't remember. And then the 4th of September, I can't remember if it's me on the 4th of September, so it's Jackie and Rob Bank Holiday Monday, okay? And we'll have an audience here that night as well because my brother and sister-in-law are here for the week. So they'll be in the audience as well, which is fantastic. Look at me, get me, audience. So they'll be here as well. I can't remember who's here on the 4th of September, so it could be me, but on the, I don't know, the next day after the 4th, if you've got the calendar, we've got Richard from Wright's Baking coming along. So he's going to be showing you all about the baking mixes, and we will have those on sale, okay? So they'll be here. And then I've got a whole calendar full right through September, October and November. So there's lots of people who are coming along, and I'll be squeezing myself in the middle of some of those sessions. So make sure you're here every Monday night. As you know, we give up our time free in the kitchen. And for any of you who are new to Sugar and Crumbs Kitchen, yes, I do wear my hair down. So I wear my hair down and I do touch it, and but you know, nothing here is actually going on sale for anybody. If anybody wants to eat these products, it's usually the staff in the office or friends if they're popping in. Somebody will say, I'll have it, but they're people who do know me and do know my cleanliness. So let me just talk to you about the sale as well. So Sugar and Crumbs has been holding a sale of the icing sugars. It's been going fantastically well. In fact, so fantastically well, John's going to keep it on for another week. And he may extend that. We was hoping the Great British Bake Off was going to kick off sort of now, and that's why I sort of released the sale early, so that you all got your sugars in and, you know, followed the Great British Bake Off, but it's not here yet, so he's running it for another week. I did see a little pop-up on Channel 4 last night saying it's coming soon, so I'm quite excited about that. So let's just talk about the icing sugars a moment. Okay, so I'll just do you a quickie over here. So the icing sugars are normally £3.49 each, okay, and we've got them on offer with £1 off at £2.49. There's about 36 delicious flavours, and those of you who've never used the icing sugars, they're not just for making buttercreams. You can use them in any recipe that requires sugar. So if you want to make macarons, pavlovas, cheesecakes, if you want to make fudge, if you want to make, I don't know, biscuits, we make shortbread biscuits, marshmallows with it. Lindsay McIver is now the marshmallow queen. I thought our Laura was the marshmallow queen, but Lindsay has been outstandingly fabulous. So I just put this little bundle here because we do lots of 5 bundles as well. So these are £3.49 down to £2.49. We also do lots of bundles of 5s, okay. Now they are a select 5 and unfortunately you can't swap them. People do message in and say, can I swap this one for this one? And if you message in, that's up to you, but I can't guarantee we're going to swap because the boys in the warehouse are running around like lunatics and sometimes they miss it in the delivery options. So I really don't want you to swap. You know, if you want to try it, please do, and if we can, we will, but there's no guarantee you'll get that swap. Now, a lot of you don't know that we do the big bags. Now, these big bags are great for you home bakers. We do a 2.5 kilo bag and we do a 5 kilo bag. Now, these are great for the home bakers who want to buy in bulk. Then I think this one's about £27.95 down to £22, and this one I can't remember, I think it's £14.95 down to £11. We do these in the top 15 flavours, so there's only 15 flavours that we do those in, okay. We've got the piping bags back in, the 100 size, so 100 disposables are back in. And I put the eyes there because I think we might use those to there. Cling film's there because we're going to use the cling film. And then let's just have a little chat about what we're going to do tonight. So I thought tonight, well actually my plan was to do something hairy. But unfortunately I had to go into work at 6 AM this morning, and I was hoping that I was going to leave for about 9 o'clock to come back here and prepare myself. Unfortunately I didn't actually leave work till 5 o'clock. Mad dashing at 5:45, and it's been manic setting ourselves up, and poor John's been in since 6 o'clock this morning. He's got home at 6:30 and now he's on the motorway down to London. So I thought, right, you know what, I said to John this afternoon, I'm not going to get home, so let's go back to basics with the genuine Russian piping tips. So I'm going to talk about all the nozzles that I think you should have in a set. Okay, you don't have to have them, these are my suggestions. So we're going to go through them one at a time and we'll talk about other things. And I'm hoping that Maria's got such better eyesight than us that she can actually shout out some questions to us as well, so I can see them. And I've also put up a little, let me just see here, what's the code, Maria? Is it my code?
Yes.
Right, can't think what the code is.
280. Oh.
No, it's only 4 digits on here. So wait a minute, Maria's now filming the oven. So 60. Right, okay, let Maria do that for me, because then I might be able to help Maria out. At the moment, she's now been filming the oven, maybe my chest. So do bear with us. So have we gone live here? Let me just see. Yeah, there we are. So I'm hoping that I can catch up there with you. Let me just put that on. Yeah, so there we are. So hopefully I might have a little peep at some questions. So there's a few people there. So Geraldine Kisbet, hello Geraldine. We've got Trish Cooper, who was in hospital the other week going down for surgery, saying a few hellos, dragging her surgeon with her. Hello Shelma, hello Joanna. Who else have we got here? Lindsay's here. Hi Kat. So yeah, quite a few of you, so that's good. So oh, hello Pam. Now Pam did tell me how to say her name. So I'm not even going to try because I need to read it again. So but it's Pam Kerekek. I don't know. But anyhow, hello Pam. So anyhow, I am pleased that you've joined us on the school holidays. So what I thought I would do is that I'm just going to show you a few nozzles that I think you should try. Now, one of the things that I always do think, when you're a novice and you're using the nozzles, rather than make a load of cakes and get yourself stressed out with them, you know, because they don't work or whatever, then what I would say is get yourself some rich tea biscuits. Don't get a digestive, just get yourself some rich tea biscuits and play with these. And make yourself some plain buttercream, because what you can do is you can scrape it all off afterwards, put it back in the bowl, and then when you're ready to play again. Or if you're from here, you know what, we all love the biscuits with the buttercream on, so we just save them. So one of the things that I do like you to all invest in is these two tips. Now we use a range of Wilton tips. These are not Nifty Nozzles, they're Wilton, but they are on the Nifty Nozzles page. So I like to use the Wilton 10 and the Wilton 5 round. You can buy them individually or you can buy them as a pair. I do a little discount if you buy them as a pair. So if you go onto our website, Sugar and Crumbs, so it's www.sugarandcrumbs.co.uk, and then look for Nifty Nozzles, and then you'll see all the tips that I'm going to use tonight. So I don't know whether, do you want to zoom in a little bit closer, Maria? So it does take a little bit longer because we do go a bit blurred. So can you still see?
Yes.
Are we up?
But this is.
Am I on a delay? So, okay, so what I'm going to do is, so if you see me kneeling down in front of you, okay, so these berries are really good. So I'm just going to do them on this little biscuit here. So let me just put some buttercream on. So this is just going to be for berries, okay. And these are great for finishing off your cupcakes and just doing your little infills. So I do advise, so what we do is we just do little clusters of balls. Yeah. So you can just see, so all I'm doing there is I'm just squeezing a nice little ball. You can do them at different sizes if you want to. And you'll see all these come together later, not on this biscuit because this biscuit is just an experiment. So this is just to show you. And so like I said before, get yourself some biscuits and play with these. Yeah, so we'll just make some balls. I'm going to make some bigger ones and some little ones. And then all we're going to do is we're going to use the 5. Okay, you don't need a lot of buttercream in these. And we're going to use the 5 and we're just going to push down on the top. And we're going to infill. Now I'm using the pink tonight. Sometimes I use white, sometimes I use purple. And all you're going to do is just push the little bit that you've pulled off with and push it inside. And then fill your berry up with a bit of pink. Okay, and I'm just going to show you my cupcake that I did a few weeks ago. So I've got loads of old cakes in this house. They're all cakes that I do here and then I leave them here because I don't like throwing them away really. So just a few little berries. So that's not the best demonstration, but that's just to show you, you know, one of the things that you do need. But I'll just show you on this cupcake here why berries are important. Okay, so if you look here, so I'm got a delay on my computer here. So I can't see yet what you can see. So can you see these little berries where I've infilled them there? That's exactly why I say get yourself some little berries. Yeah? So we're going to do those. And so that's just 2 nozzles and they're the Wilton round 5 and 10. And as I say, they're on the website. They're a great investment. They're Wilton, they're a quality brand. You know, don't be buying any of that Chinese rubbish. Buy quality all the time. And Wilton is quality. Okay? So that's those 2, we're going to come back to those later. Then get my other little biscuit out. So just so you can see. So another little infill to use. Okay, so if Maria comes back here, so another little infill flour that we can use. So if you don't want to use berries or if you want to use a mixture of berries, then use this Wilton 224. Now when you buy the Wilton 224, okay, I can't show you in here now, but you'll see there's a little pointy bit on the top there. Yep. So have you got me in the camera there, Maria? Because I can't see it. Yes. Yeah, there you go. So it's really funny watching myself at this 30-second delay. So I can't really show you very well, but you'll see like a little prong sticking out. And when you look inside, there's this little wire. That is meant to be there. It's not a damaged nozzle. So again, this is for infilling when you're using the Russian flower tips. So this just gives a dainty little flower. Look at that, how pretty that is. So when you are making your flowers on your cupcakes and then you have these little gaps, you could use one of these for filling in, or you could use your berries and a couple of these as well. And I use these a lot on the big cake. So I do classes here in Stockport. They're £99 for the day. It's a fabulous day, and you go home with 24 cupcakes, and you go home with a big dome cake or a big cake. And these are all the things that I show you. That looks quite pretty just on its own, doesn't it? Quite like that, do you think? But those are just your little infill flowers. So that's that one. So let's put those there. And then we have the leaf saga, okay? So the leaf is this one here, okay? And so many of you do some really funny leaves. So this is the leaf, again, this is the Wilton 352. So I am running behind, but I can see some lovely love hearts and likes, which I'm really pleased about. So the reason I'm going through all this again is because I know all of you watch, and so many of you do ask me again and again. So we're going to do the leaf one, okay? So this way is the wrong way. So if ever you're holding your piping bag and this V shape is in that position, that is the wrong way, okay? You need to turn it in that position, right? So I'm going to get my rich tea biscuit again. So I'm just going to put a little bit of buttercream on my biscuit. And here we go again. So you'll see that there's a hint of pink in here. This pink probably won't come through yet, but I love adding a little bit of colour to my leaves. So what I've done is I put green on the outside and pink in the middle, but it won't come through yet. We're probably going to see that in a little while because I'm just doing some little sample ones. So this Wilton leaf does plenty of size leaves. So all you do is, I don't know if Maria can see it there, but I'm going to squeeze to the base. I'm going to stop and I'm going to pull off. You must stop. So I squeezed to the base there, okay, and then I pulled up to make a little body, and then when I wanted to finish it, I just stopped squeezing. So I stopped squeezing in the centre, and then I pulled off, and that's what gave the point. So let's do that again. So we're going to do a little base, little body, and we're going to pull off. So that's a tiny little leaf. And then we're going to make it bigger. So we're going to have a bigger base, bigger body, and we're going to pull off. Bigger base, bigger body, stop squeezing, pull off. There's the baby one. Stop squeezing, pull off. So can you see that, everybody? So let's make a really big one. Let's go for it, shall we? So nice big base, nice big centre, stop squeezing, pull off. Look how cool they are. Okay, so let me show you how many of you do these things wrong. So I'll just get the biscuit again. So I put yellow buttercream in just so that you can see. So lots of you guys do this. So how many of you do that? Never seen leaves like that, but that's what a lot of you do. How many of you do that one? It's brilliant, that one, isn't it? I see them all the time. And then I see them. Who does these? Come on. Own up. I know you're out there. Own up. These are fab. Okay, so these are how not to do a leaf. Okay, and then I even see these. Yeah, and then I see these even in my class when I'm teaching. I'm there with the ladies. If there's anybody who's been on my class and they're watching, so there, see, I can see them doing that. Yeah. Those are all wrong. So let's go back and show you again. So Maria, what was the code again for this?
2802.
Okay, good. So let me get another biscuit so we can just go through that again. So who's owning up to it? Have we got many owning up, Maria? Because the camera, the Facebook went off. My iPad went off. So is there many people owning up?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay. So let's just go through this again. Yeah. So for a little one, so you're going to do a little base, stop squeezing, pull off. Little base, stop squeezing, pull off. Little base, stop squeezing, pull off. Then we're going to go a bit bigger, stop squeezing, pull off. Bit bigger, stop squeezing, pull off. Base to the centre, stop squeezing, pull off. And then we're going to do a nice big one. Pull off. Yeah. So have we got that? So who thinks that they can do leaves now? So Maria, someone asking a question.
They are losing their contact.
They are losing the contact. Oh no.
Okay, it's back.
It's back. Okay then. So I don't know. Okay, hopefully you're back. And you can see it. So there you go. So I've just done those leaves again for you. So if we talk about what nozzles I really think you should buy with your sets, okay, you want the Wilton 5 round, the Wilton 10 round, the Wilton 224 drop flower leaf, okay, drop flower petal, and you want the 352. So there's a few more to go at yet. So let's go over here. So how are we doing? How many have we got in the audience tonight? So we've got watching currently at the moment between 120, well, we're up to 132. So let's see how we go. So there we go, got it back. Reset, Carol, Maria, and you're back. Right, well, we're back. I don't know what's going on tonight, but anyhow, you know what? Anything you miss, you know that you can do on catch up later. Okay, not on catch up, you can watch it on YouTube later. So let's see what other Wilton tips that we've got here. Okay, so we've got this tip here. Now this is the Wilton 1M. Now this is a fabulous tip, okay, so this is if you want to do your rose swirls. So I'm going to do this on a biscuit to show you how to practice first, but what we're going to do is we're going to two-tone it, okay. So if Maria wants to come over here, we can two-tone, yeah. So I'm 30 seconds behind. I think you lot might be 30 seconds behind as well. So let me just go over here, Maria, and let's do a bit of two-toning. So when we're two-toning, what colour shall we go for? Right. So I'm going to use this lovely lime colour. So let's put that all around the edge, okay? Now there's several ways you can two-tone. You can paint your bag with food colouring, if you like, or you can do a thin coat of buttercream like this, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do this, and I think we'll have this lovely red colour in the centre. So we've done a thin coat, and we're just going to put this lovely red colour in the centre, and then I'm going to show you a couple of ways to do a rose swirl. Yeah, and there we go. And by the way, I only use the small piping bags, okay? I like using the small piping bags. Let's see what other bags I've got in here. I don't really like using, those, okay? I think when you're a professional baker, sorry, you can see how wide I cut this for a nozzle, but I think when you're a professional baker and you've got a massive big cake and then you can tie your bag and throw it over your elbow, you know what, use these big bags. But otherwise, I would use the small bags all the time, because all that's going to happen is you're going to cut it off anyhow, and then you've just paid for all that to go in the bin. So as I say, I stock the small bags. I do a small bag and I do a medium bag, but on our website I call it small and large. But those are the two sizes that I think you should do. These I think are for the more professional who know how to use a big piping bag, but personally I wouldn't use those. So let's get a cake. Now you don't need to crumb coat your cake when you're using the Wilton 1M. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the rose swirl. Okay, I'm going to use this a few different ways. So first of all, we're going to start off in the centre and we're going to make our rose swirl. These are nicer on a flat top cake. I don't know if I've got a flat top, let's see. Yeah, that'll do. So this is about as flat top as we're going to get tonight, okay? So you go straight into the centre and you hold it up at 90 degrees and you're going to go round and round, squeeze in nicely all the time, and you're going to finish it off there. So what do we think? Yeah? Do we like that? So I don't know where I'm up to, but when I'm watching this on Facebook, I think that I'm just watching the piping bag at the moment. Is that what you can see? So I can see where I like. So when we've made this, then I'm going to get my Wilton 352. So that's the lovely rose colour. And then what I'm going to do then is I'm actually just going to pop a nice leaf in it there, just to finish that rose off. So how simple is that? Would anybody like me to do that again? So Catherine, I love the 2D Wilton. So Catherine loves the 2D Wilton. Catherine, the 2D Wilton is exactly the same as the 1M Wilton, except that you've got rounder edges and these are much more sharp. So Christina Ludman's much smaller, much easier to use and prevent the buttercream becoming soft in warm hands. Fantastic, yes, that's right. So anyhow, so I think we all like that. Sarah, I buy my bags from China, £100 for £2. I have large and small. Sarah, you know what, I've used those Chinese bags, and if I'm really honest, I did start selling them at first, but I don't like them, if I'm honest. I find that they slip and they break very easily. So Kim Caulfield here, she's going to be with us next week with Gwen. Lindsay Pearson, I'm sorry I'm late. No worries, Lindsay, you're here now. So Sue Powell, did you say you are using the small bag? Yes, Sue, I am using the small bag. And Caroline's with us today, fantastic. So great, so I'm just going to pop that there, okay? So would you like me to do that again? I'm just wondering. Let's see, yeah, Diane, can I see that again, please? Yeah, good, good. So it looks like you'll want to see that one again.
Yes.
Okay. So just so that people are not confused, there we go. So are we ready? Are we in position, Ray? Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit the nozzle. Okay, so this is the 1M Wilton. It works exactly the same as the 2D Wilton, but I like the 1M Wilton because I think it gives a sharper edge. So we're just going to squeeze it. So we're going to squeeze, and I'm going to try and turn it that way actually so that you can see it. So I don't know, do you want to see it? Because I was going to see if they could move my hand around, watch my cake. Yeah. So shall I... Which is the best way for you to see it? Should I turn this way, Maria? Because you've got to remember, I'm going to go round, so I want them to see my hand action.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to get. So I'm having to do this like this, which is a bit of a strange way of doing this. But you just overlap. I think I probably overlapped a little bit too much. And then we're going to pop in a nice leaf there. And pop in a nice leaf. In fact, we'll go for 2 leaves, just make it a bit different. So I did that in a bit of a strange action, so I've got to be honest, I'm going to try that one again because I'm going to have to do it so that Maria's looking down on me instead. So let's go and do another cake. So I've done plenty of cakes tonight, so don't worry. So I'm just going to do this again now. So I'm just going to do it this way because I think it's better. So you're going to hold the nozzle up straight, okay? And you're going to go round and round and round and round. There we are. And then when you get to the end, we're going to put in this lovely leaf. So you can put in 1 or you can put in 2. Yeah? So I think it's better that way, doing it that way, isn't it? Because when I was trying to do it in that funny angle, it came out a little bit too much. So do we all like that, everyone? So Tiffany's joined us. Tracy Atkinson, yes please. Sarah, yeah, but I put my but they are good on small projects. I go through loads when I'm doing a rainbow cake, fair enough. Yeah, there you go. So what colours are in the two-tone roses? So the colours that I've used in the two-tone roses, just so that you know, I've used this lovely lime colour, okay, and this is the Colour Splash Lime. So as you can see, it's almost the same. Yeah, so I've used the Colour Splash Lime, and I've used the red. Okay, now it's not a bright red, I have to say, but it's the red. And these are the gels. You know that I'm a fan of the gels. So I've used the red and the lime for that two-tone rose. Yeah? So there we go. And I can just put those away. Okay. So let's go back to this rose now, and let's see if I've got enough buttercream in here to do an ice cream swirl.
We have more than 1,000.
Have we? Fantastic, good. Okay then, so when we're doing an ice cream swirl, okay, what we're going to do is, we're going to do a nice little blob in the middle, yeah? So that's what you do to start your ice cream swirl. And then you're going to start here on the outside, and you're going to go round, round, and I can just get enough out of here, okay? And then, so I've got my bowl here, and the good thing about having a bowl is you can catch all your hundreds and thousands. So we're just going to sprinkle a few of them on, and if ever you want to put hundreds and thousands on, always put them on the cake as soon as you squeeze the buttercream. If you let them set, okay, so if you squeeze, let's say you do 2, 3 of those, by the time you come back, the buttercream will be hard and your hundreds and thousands won't stay on. So we're going to put it in that bowl because we're going to take it out the bowl. I've got buttercream in there. I'm going to take it out of the bowl, and anything that's over, we're going to put back in there. Yeah? So we're all happy with the 1M Wilton. Does anybody want to see it again? Colour Splash are great, lovely bundles. You've got Fairy Garden, yes we have. Caroline, Carol coated the bag in one colour so it created the outer space, yeah, okay. Somebody says, how much gel did you put in? Right, Catherine, how much gel did I put in? Dion Kitchen, hello Dion. There's a pal of mine. So anyhow, so how much gel did I put in? Catherine, it really isn't to you. For the lime, I sort of gave it a good drop or two, and for the red, I really did give it a good drop of red. And I've got to be honest, it was this red, and I tried to put more and more and more in, and it actually didn't go any redder than that. So let's move those over now. So I'm just going to move these out the way, out of Maria's way, so she doesn't get her elbows in them after. So we now understand how to do the leaves, and we can go back to these later. And then if anybody is watching, these is how not to do leaves, okay? So let's get those out the way. So we've got those, let's put those cupcakes there. So, yeah. Get those out the way. Okay, so what other Wilton tip do I think you should have? Okay, are we back, Maria? Right, everyone, come back and join us. It was all going so good till I got the iPad off Maria. This is what happens when John's not here. So hopefully you're going to be back. So I'm going to start waving for you. So we was doing well. We had 1,000 viewers. So we're going to start building them all up again. So come on back. Hello, hello. So, hello Selma, hey, yes, I know. Hello Rob, sorry about that. That was me. So, we're back. Hello Wendy. So, I'm just showing you what we've been doing here. So, anybody who wasn't with it, we need John tonight. Selma, we do need John tonight, okay? So, so I'm glad you're all back. So, anybody who's new, Sarah back again, woohoo! Woo, yes we are. So there's the culprit, there she is. So there's Maria who's filming. Can you see me in the mirror? There I am. So Maria was filming and I just wanted a lovely boyfriend to see who's responsible. So let's go back to this then. So let me turn this round. I'm going to turn it around that way, Maria.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so the Wilton 104 piping tip, okay, so this is another Wilton one. The reason I'm telling you about the Wiltons, I really think you should invest in them. So we're going to do a rose, okay, and I'm going to two-tone this nozzle, okay. So let me get one of the rose nozzles out that I've already pre-done. So here we go. So I've got Ruby tonight. So I think it's Ruby, yeah, it's the 111 Nifty Nozzle Ruby, okay? So we've got that one and the 104. So let's see what colour we'll do the Ruby. Okay, and you know what, let's go for something, let's go for this lovely jade green colour. So I'm just going to use this jade green colour. Should I use that? Or should I use the lemon? Oh, don't know. Don't normally get a jade green rose, would you? I suppose. Let me see. No, let's go for this. Can't make my mind up. No, let's go for something vibrant. Let's do this lovely jade green. So what we're going to do is, this is the Nifty Nozzle 111. And if I remember right, she's called Ruby. Okay. I'm just going to put a little bit of buttercream in there. So that's fairly simple, that one, okay? But what we do want to do is the Wilton 104. So with the Wilton 104, you can see that there's a bulbous end and a thin end. Can you see it that way? And you'll also see that I put it in the piping bag so that this edge of the piping bag is up this way. If you have it underneath, it starts to affect your frill. Your frill, okay? So let's put it up there, out the way. And then there's another reason why I'm going to say put it up there, because you can follow that line of what I'm going to do next. So let me get a big spatula, okay? So I'm going to get the big spatula and Maria's going to come back over here again. So let's get this in, okay? And then I'm going to stick that in there and we're just going to press that to the top of the bag. So you can see what I've done in a minute. So you can see that I've pressed that on that line. Can you see that? Yeah, okay. And then you're going to ask why I've got a half piping bag. And what I'm going to do there is, so you can see what I've done, where that nozzle is there, and that's where I've put the colour. And then this side, I'm going to fill with white. So, have we got our audience back, Maria? After I was messing around with them? So hopefully they will be. Anyhow, it was nice to have a little break.
We have 200.
Pardon?
200?
Yeah, I'll come back, don't worry. So John will never be given the sack now. We'll never give Carol the iPad. So this is all you lot wanting to see John, and every week I want to try and get that iPad off him so you can get a flash of John. But I don't think I'll be doing it again. That was my practice on Maria. So you can see now, I've got blue there, white there. So let's squeeze this down. And then if you come back over here, Maria. So you can see now, okay, that we've got blue up that line, okay, which is the thin line. And then we've got white under it. It doesn't matter if you've got a bit of blue, so don't worry about that. And we've got blue on our rose here, okay? So let's get another little cupcake. Now, it's always good if you dome your cupcakes. So let me just get a little bit of buttercream. And you must buttercream each one individually. So we're just going to put a little thin coating all the way around. So Is everybody back who was here before, Maria? I've stopped looking at my iPad.
The problem is that it has a screen.
It has what?
A screen, because I'm by this side. No.
Right, okay. Well, I don't understand that, but can you get everything in?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So we're going to use the Nifty Nozzles. Now with every single Nifty Nozzle, it's exactly the same process, okay? So you must sit the nozzle onto the cake. Let go. If you're not sure if it's sat on the nozzle, on the cake, let go of your bag. So what we're going to do, we're going to squeeze, form a base, stop squeezing and pull off, okay? So we'll go back and do that one again in a minute. But the thing I wanted to do is to show you how to use this. So because I've just put that in now, I'm just going to quickly get it running. So let me show you on a biscuit. So I'm just going to show you on a biscuit here what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to run the colour out. So can you see? I'm actually showing you how to make ruffles now. How cool is that? Hey? So that's running the colour out so I can get it to the thickness of the blue that I want, which is there. Yeah. Right. So Maria, so what we're going to do is we're going to do half a semicircle. Doesn't have to be neat. And just watch this rose grow. So in your half a semicircle, when you do your next one, you go halfway in again. Okay, so you do a semicircle and then you start the next semicircle in the first one. So we're just going to do that again. Quite like this jade colour. Yeah. See how it's forming together? So that's a small rose, and then we're going to go round again. Okay, so it's the thick end at the bottom. If you're not sure what to do, the thick end at the bottom, always remember a flower. If you pull the petals off a flower, the thick end is always at the bottom, thin end at the top. So we're just going to keep building this up. I'm going to go around twice, and there we go again. So there we are, yeah. Then I'm going to lie the nozzle down, yeah, and we are going to go in. I'm going to squeeze, and we're going to come up. We're going to go in, we're going to squeeze, and pull up. If you get any scraggly edges, don't worry, just tuck them in. Going to squeeze, and we're going to pull up. So what's the feedback like, Maria?
Good.
You liking it?
Yes.
And then the last one, you come in over the top of your first petal. So what do we think of that? I have to say, I'm well chuffed with that jade. So, anybody wants to know what colour that was? That was this Colour Splash Jade, which is absolutely gorgeous. So I thought it was a bit of a funny colour to do the rose, but I think it looks fab. What do you think? Yeah? Did they all like it? Maria, you're as bad as John at responding. So, okay then, so what we're going to do here now, so we've got the back of the cupcake. So we're going to put in some more roses. So we're going to squeeze. And we're going to get 3 roses on. Yeah? And then do you remember when I said about your infills? So we're going to put some little berries on. And I like doing my berries in odd numbers. I'm going to get the number 5. So do you see how this all pulls together when I say to you about why you need some other nozzles? So make sure you invest in those Wiltons. They're all on our website. They're the best quality you can buy. Wilton's been going a long time. So there we go, we've got our berries on, which is what I showed you earlier. Yeah? And then we're going to put a couple of leaves on. So here we go. So I'm just going to decide where to put my leaf. So I've got a bit of a gap there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in. I'm going to squeeze, 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 and give myself a nice big leaf. Yeah. And then I think I might just put in a couple in there and a couple in there. And there's my cupcake bouquet. Now, if anybody wants to buy all those nozzles as a set, on the website, which is Sugar and Crumbs, which is www.sugarandcrumbs.co.uk, I do a cupcake bundle. There's a rose 2 bundle, which means that you get the rose, and it's any one of the roses. They are random which ones you get, and you get the 104. There's a rose 3 bundle, which means you get the rose, the 104 petal and the leaf. And then there's the cupcake bundle. I think it's about £7.50, I'm not sure, but it's not very much anyhow. But you get the whole set, what I'm asking you to invest in here, in that bundle for £7 something. So, and you could make that. So who would like to see that again? So I'm just waiting for a response from Maria now, because she's doing a John. So she's doing a John, and that's the cupcake bundle. Okay, so it's called the cupcake bouquet. So it's not a bouquet of flowers, it's the cupcake bouquet. So I'm just going to knock my leaf back up there because he's just drooping a bit. So let's just push him on so that he sticks up there.
What color green do you use for the leaf?
I use the green leaf tonight. I always use variations of green, so tonight I've used leaf. I do love using the pistachio green. I like that one. I like just the green. I'm not a big fan of the forest green. I prefer that on the Christmas cakes. So what we've made here is the cupcake bouquet, which is exactly like this. This is the one that I did in violet. See, this is the forest green here. It's a bit darker. It's not my most favourite green, that. Okay, and I've done that forest green lighter. A lot of people do it, so it's really, really dark. So that's the cupcake bouquet that I did a few weeks ago. Okay, and in that bundle, I think it's about £7.50 for the whole bundle. You do get a rose nozzle in there, okay, but it can be any one of the rose. It can be a beauty, it can be a ruby, or it may be, I can't think what the other, romance rose it could be in that set. So it's 9 o'clock now. Mad dash, get hubby to make a brew. You lot nip to the loo. 9:05 we're going to start again. Yeah? Thumbs up? See you then.